You're just chilling, maybe scrolling through your feed, or trying to focus on homework. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, your brain decides it's the perfect time to replay that super embarrassing thing you said in 7th grade. You know, the one where everyone turned and stared? Yeah. Let's relive that real quick. Why does this happen? Why does your brain insist on replaying cringe moments forever, like a broken record of awkwardness? It's a question we've all asked ourselves. Let's break it down and make sense of it, made simple. Your brain isn't trying to be mean or punish you. It's actually trying to protect you, believe it or not. Think of it like a super smart, slightly overprotected bodyguard. Embarrassment, even though it feels like a social blunder today, registers in your ancient brain as a social threat. Back in caveman times, getting kicked out of the group meant serious danger, maybe even not surviving. So, your brain flags that memory with a giant, flashing neon sign that screams, important. Do not do that again. Learn from this mistake. It replays it not to make you suffer, but to ensure you avoid similar social dangers in the future. It's a survival mechanism, just a little outdated for modern social faux pas. Here's a key rule of memory: emotion equals memory booster. The stronger the feeling attached to an event, the more vividly and permanently it gets stored in your brain. This is why highly emotional moments, whether good or bad, tend to stick with us. That's why awkward moments, intense embarrassment, or moments of stress and panic get burned into your memory with such incredible detail. They trigger a powerful emotional response. Compare that to, say, that time you had a nice cupcake, or just a regular Tuesday. Those moments, while pleasant, usually don't come with the same emotional punch. It's not fair, but it's simply how our memory system is wired. Here's the real twist in this whole memory game. Every single time you replay a memory in your mind, you're not just remembering it, you're actually resaving it. It's like updating a file on your computer, but each time you open it, you make it a little more permanent. So, that embarrassing moment from years ago? If you keep thinking about it, replaying the scene, and reliving the cringe, you're inadvertently making it even more deeply ingrained in your brain. You're strengthening the neural pathways associated with that memory. But here's the good news, the opposite is also true. If you manage to ignore it, if you don't give it mental airtime, it will eventually start to fade. It might take a while, but it will lose some of its power. Okay, so you can't exactly erase memories like deleting a bad photo. But you absolutely can reframe them, which changes how they impact you. It's about changing your relationship with that memory. Try this next time it pops up, acknowledge it, then reframe it. You can think, yeah, that happened. It was awkward. I lived, and I learned. Or maybe, you know what? That's kind of funny now, honestly. Even better, remind yourself, I'm not the same person anymore. I've grown since then. And here's the biggest secret, most people probably forgot it, or didn't even notice it in the first place. Promise. Feeling cringe isn't a sign of weakness, it's actually a powerful indicator that you've grown. That feeling of awkwardness about your past self means you're smarter now, kinder, or just generally more aware. Your brain is simply catching up to the new, improved you. It's showing you how far you've come. So yeah, that moment was rough, and it might still make you squirm a little. But you're not stuck in it. You're learning from it, evolving because of it. And that, my friend, is a massive win. What embarrassing thing did your brain bring up this week? Drop it in the comments if you're brave enough to share. And subscribe for more brain tips, myths, and survival strategies, made simple.